There are quite a few hockey players that have changed the way the game is played. Bobby Hull and Stan Mikita created and then forced a limitation on the curve of a stick blade. Martin Brodeur was so good at puck handling, the league introduced the trapezoids to limit his influence. Also, Maurice Richard and Jean Beliveau were so unbelievably efficient at scoring power play goals that in 1956 the NHL was forced to change the rules so penalties now end if a goal is scored during the power play. To have rules changed for you is a rare badge of honor in pro sports. An even rarer badge of honor, though, is having the design of the stadium changed due to something you did. This is exactly what happened between Toronto Maple Leafs center Bob Pulford and Montreal Canadiens defenseman Terry Harper in 1963. You see, on October 30th of that year, during a game on Maple Leaf Gardens, Harper and Pulford got into a rage-fueled fight after a Harper high stick against Pulford. Once the fight ended, the two got sent to the penalty box. And though nowadays there's a separate box for each team, this wasn't the case back then. In 1963, both teams shared the same box for penalties, which, as you might be able to guess, was often a recipe for disaster when sending two adrenaline-fueled players who had just spent significant time punching each other in the face and forcing them to sit next to each other. It truly is a miracle that more fighting majors didn't end looking like the prison scene from the movie Watchmen.
None of you seem to understand. I'm not locked in here with you. That's it! You're locked in here with me!
Unfortunately for the league, this feud between Pulford and Harper was especially vicious, as after exchanging some words inside their confined prison, the two players went absolutely insane on each other, causing a major delay in the game. To top it all off, NHL President Clarence Campbell was seated next to the penalty box as this all happened. Maple Leafs president Stafford Smythe after the game stated that it's ridiculous to ask two guys who have been trying to knock each other's heads off to sit quietly side by side. And 10 days later, Maple Leaf Gardens introduced the NHL's first ever separated penalty boxes. Not long afterwards, the Montreal Forum followed suit. Within 2 years, the NHL officially announced that arenas should all have separate penalty boxes for each team, thereby cementing Pulford and Harper as two of the only athletes ever to not only change the game, but to change the architecture of the rink as well. Thank you so much for watching the video, everybody. If you like that, please subscribe because I'm going to be releasing one of these every Wednesday, so stay tuned for more.